परब्रह्मा परम ज्योति परम विष्णु परम शक्ति परमेश्वरा श्री 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 हिमगिरिवासा ईश्वराय नमः। परब्रह्मा परम ज्योति परम विष्णु परम शक्ति परमेश्वरा श्री 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 हिमगिरिवासा ईश्वराय नमः। परब्रह्मा परम ज्योति परम विष्णु परम शक्ति परमेश्वरा श्री 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 हिमगिरिवासा ईश्वराय नमः। ईश्वराय नमः। ईश्वराय नमः। शुक्लां वरदरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवो सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरं पादपङ्कजं। नमामि विघ्नेश्वरं पादपङ्कजं। गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सबकु नमस्कारम। We continue our satsang on the subject of pratyahara. From pranayama, we have now moved to the pratyahara. Before I get into that topic, I would like to throw little light on what we learnt in last satsang. It is about alternate nostrils breathing, an important key to mental and physical health is to keep the nadis clear and maintain a balanced flow between the Ida and Pingala. It also helps balance prana, tejas and ojas and treats the mind and its emotions. Meditation, mantra, the right intake of impressions. Physical remedial measures like asana, body work, herbs and diet help also clear the nadis. Pranayama, however, is the main method, particularly alternate nostril breathing, which is called nadi shodhana or cleansing of the nadis. Left nostril breathing counters fever, insomnia, anxiety and anger. It also gives you to control hyperactivity and hypersensitivity. Lunar pranayama is best for problems of excessive heat and agitation. Coming to right nostrils, it is solar and promoting the breath. Through it increases tejas, that is courage and motivation, also intelligence. Intelligence means, it is, in our word, it is buddhi. Right nostrils, breathing counters, poor digestions, poor circulation, depressions, laziness, and paralysis. Increasing the breath equally through both nostrils increases the prana shakti. It harmonizes our deeper consciousness, chitta. It counters the conditions of fear, anxiety, indecisiveness, and confusion. But in order to be effective, we should practice it along with a rich, nutritive diet and proper intake of oils and fluids. To conclude, pranayama aids in conversion of food and water, which helps in nourishing the nervous system and keeps you in energetic condition. We are all seeking unqualified happiness and enduring peace. This is everybody's objective in life. Only yogic practices of Ashtanga Yoga can fulfill this to your minds and your hearts. Yet whatever be achieved in the outer world is never sufficient. However good our relationships, career success, or intellectual attainments, it will not give us the required happiness. We are ever, always, forever and ever looking for something greater, something better, something purer, something perfect, something sacred, something that does not disturb the fluctuation and imperfections of time and circumstances. Yogic practice alone teaches us how to achieve this. The inner practice of yoga consists of the 4 higher levels of yogic practices. Pratyahara, withdrawal of senses from the outside world. Dharana, the ability to concentrate properly. Dhyana, meditation we call it. Focused meditation. Then samadhi, absorption. This completes the process. On this we are working directly within our mind itself, down to its deepest core level in the heart. This is only possible from the foundation of earlier stages of yoga. An ethical lifestyle is required. What we discussed, yama and niyama. We discussed control of the body, that is asana, and control of the breath and vital forces, pranayama, that is controlling the prana shakti. Through this foundation, we begin access to those mysterious corners of the heart in which both our sorrow and happiness are hidden and can be understood properly. Now let us learn Pratyahara. In detail, I will explain you. Pratyahara is perhaps the least understood aspect of yoga, and yet the most important for any psychological treatment. It is often translated as withdrawal from the senses. More accurately, it means withdrawal from distraction. I repeat, more accurately, it means withdrawal from distraction, which means detaching the mind from the impulses deriving from the senses. Distraction is our vulnerability to external stimulation, our capacity to be conditioned by environmental forces. Each sense organ has its own urges. It's built in programming. Each is like unruly child, demanding our attention and seeking gratification. Each sense organ colors the mind and tries to impose its likes and dislikes. The consciousness urges us to seek pleasurable and avoid painful visual sensations. The prana shakti in the eye drives us to promote actions that provide visual sensations. The ego, operating through the eye, tries to keep our attention in the eye and make visual sensations the most important part of our self-identity. It is the same with other sense and motor organs. I repeat, it is the same with other sense and motor organs. The motor organs, particularly speech and reproductive organs, have a greater vital force, prana shakti, and more urgency to their expression. They have a more active nature that demands more attention. Yet, the motor organs only express what comes into them through the sense organs. I repeat, yet the motor organs only express what comes into them through the sense organs. Through the sense organs, I repeat. We can also control the motor organs through control of sense organs. With the proper control of senses, the mind becomes fragmented in 5 directions, sensory fluctuations, which can be very major. It can keep the mind off balance and can lead to psychological problems. and also of self-control. As long as we are dominated by the senses, our sense of gravity lies outside ourselves, and we have no internal stability. I repeat, we have no internal stability or strength or character. We become a creature of the moment and react to whatever happens around us. Pratyahara is control of the senses, which includes right management of impressions. It means keeping our mind aloof from senses and control of their input. It is not suppression of senses, but their right application. I repeat, it is not suppression of senses, but their right application, which is as instrument of perceptions rather than as the judges of what we perceive. According to Ayurveda, all diseases arises because of the erroneous use of the senses. You can understand it as a wrong use of the senses, which may be excessive, deficient, improper. How we use our senses determines the kind of energy we take in from the external world, from food to peace of mind. Pratyahara includes all the sensory techniques of Ayurveda, particularly those we have discussed under right use of impressions, color mantra, therapy, and etc. I repeat, right use of impressions, colors, mantra, and therapies. The technique of Pratyahara are primarily of two types: shutting off the senses, like closing the eyes or ears, or using the senses with attention rather distractions. Closing the sensory openings is a practice like fasting for the body. The sensory openings is a practice like fasting for the body. Fasting from impressions allow the digestive capacity of the mind. Please mark my word. When your body you do fasting, you deal with the toxins. But when you do the fasting from impressions, it allows the digestive capacity of the mind to renew itself. Just as fasting food allows the body to cleanse itself by digestive toxins, it also allows the inner impressions to be cognized, like the inner sounds and the lights. This can be done simply by closing the eyes or ears in a dark and a quiet place. But when we talk about Pratyahara, it is a vast subject. There is no side routes or escape provisions for you. Therefore, what you should try to understand is when your mind is traveling for the external things, like seeking entertainment for your eyes. Your eyes tempt you to see a movie. You go seeking happiness in the theater. You watch the movie. You went there with a lot of enthusiasm with your family to enjoy the movie. But after the movie is over, you have burdened your mind with a lot of sadness, unhappiness, because the senses of yours were not satisfied by the entertainment provided by the movie. You please understand, the cinema theater could provide what could satisfy only your entertaining mind, but your inner mind, which is the conscious, which has the subconscious elements, is never satisfied. That is why when you see a food item, your tongue will tempt you to taste it. Yes, similarly, many good flowers you see in the garden, your hand will tempt you to touch and pluck the flower. All these are all external other than your internal things. When you go for external happiness, take it from me, you are bound to be disappointed, frustrated. This happens in many things. Many people think that relationships, success in career, these are all external objectives which you fulfill. If your substratum of fulfilling all these things is with the inner happiness of your, that means you have done the pratyahara exercise properly. That means you have understood the difference between the external and the internal one. Then I can assure you that you will only balance what you see and you will not take it into your mind and then put it into your heart and disturb yourself. Pratyahara is the one most important thing that always insist that stay away from external entertainments. They will not take you anywhere. So today my topic on Pratyahara will continue a little more for the next episode, and after that we will get into Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. Many of them are not required for you on a day-to-day life, but up to Dhyana is must for you. If you can practice these things properly, your life will look beautiful. Till now I might have completed around 11 or 12 episodes. My sincere appeal is go back, take all the videos, keep in front of you, listen again and again, understand what I am telling, and then start practicing. I can assure you within 1 year your life will be beautiful and peaceful. Om Tat Sat. Manasa, Vacha, Karmana. ఈ శరీరం, ఈ ప్రాణం, ఈ బుద్ధి, ఆలోచనలు నీకు సమర్పించుకుంటున్నాను. నీవే సత్యము, నీవే ధర్మము, నీవే న్యాయము, నీవే జ్ఞానము. సహనావతు సహనౌ భునక్తు సహ వీర్యం కరవావహై తేజస్వినావధీతమస్తు మా విద్విషావహై. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. अंतरिक्ष शांति, प्रकृति शांति, पृथ्वी शांति, जलचर शांति, खेचर शांति, भूचर शांति, उभयचर शांति, औषध शांति, वनस्पति शांति, खनिज शांति, बंधु शांति, शत्रु शांति, इंद्रियाणा शांति, सर्वं शांति शांति शांति. लोका समस्त सुखिनो भवन्तु, सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामया, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु, मा कश्चिदा दुःखभाग् भवेत्. पूर्णमदं पूर्णमिदं पूर्णता पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेव अवशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति.